past. I'm sick of feeling like I just keep chasing, but that'll never be that fast. Just leave me alone, I'll do it.
Sup, Kevin Carnage here, and I'm back with another one. This is basically just a redo of what if Naruto was a part of the Mafia, due to me not finding a way to, incorporate Naruto into being turned into a part of the Mafia, to be exact. The storyline drift apart from where it was supposed to be. Now I'm stuck, and you could say I have writer's block or what if block. So this idea came to me while I was just pondering, how the fuck am I going to make Naruto a Mafia? Fuck it, let's do something new. Apologize for cursing. So this is where what if Naruto founded the Yakuza came into play, because if I have him create the fucking the gang, it would be easier to have him be in the gang, because he will be the leader of the Yakuza. You know what I mean? So that was just a brief explanation of my fuck ups, and I apologize for my fuck ups. So let's start this one. So everything in the beginning is similar as in canon. Naruto gets the Nine Tails sealed within him, rather even more violent version of the Nine Tails, you say. And his parents still dies. He still goes to the orphanage, but then let's tweak it a little bit right here. Naruto is he doesn't have friends, he more have comrades, because the Nine Tail attack did much more damage than pissed off a few adults. It actually killed a few children's parents, but the children were too young to understand the concept of death or something, probably. Not really, but they didn't know or give a second thought to being Naruto's friend. And even though Naruto will be abused by his caretakers, and the other children would notice this, being that they also get abused. And let's just say this orphanage is just a bad place. A few of the other children, yes, do pick on Naruto due to his birthmark on his face, and they always call him a demon without knowing that he has the Nine Tails sealed within himself. They just make fun of his face, basically. And Naruto has a few friends which they go out and do mischievous stuff, like since the orphanage doesn't provide enough food, they go and steal food from various stores, with Naruto being the ringleader. And most of the time, sacrificing himself so his other teammate could escape with the goods and stuff. So he mostly be the one who will get beat, even though the rest of them do get catch now and again, and they get themselves beat, with Naruto always coming to the rescue. So just a little tweak into his young life. He's about, let's say, 5 to 6 years old at this time. He is he and his group of friends, let's say a group of 4 children who have been treated bad in the orphanage, decided to let's abandon the life we're living. Let's try to live a life of comfort and respect. This is Naruto being giving a speech, and the kids are like, yeah, we're tired of eating out of the garbage. We're tired of the fucking tenants beating on us for no apparent reason. We're tired of her not feeding us, having us steal from various people to and stuff. Now we time skip to the Uchiha massacre. Naruto and his 3 groups of friends already ran away from the orphanage, with the Hokage acknowledging it and giving them a house of their own, let's say not far from the Uchiha. And the night that this was happening, Naruto and his group of friends were walking, and they could smell the blood in the air, and they decided, let's go check it out, because they did hang out with Sasuke every now and again. And Sasuke is technically a part of their crew, but not really. He's just like, the rich spoiled kid who wants to hang out with the badass homeless kids. Or they're not homeless, but they're not with parents either, so they actually hang out on their own, with all of them getting a monthly allowance, which makes them not really, they're rude, they're very rude, and they're not like destructive rude, like beat up someone and take all their shit rude. They're like protecting rude, like if they see someone doing something that they shouldn't do, and the kids, the Naruto and his groups is around, they jump in and chime for the person who's getting bullied. But then the way they go about doing it makes them look like they're bad guys, because then they brutally pummeled every time they find someone. They're messed up, and they how can I say this, the Uchiha police finds it hard to believe that kids did this and stuff. So they're roaming and stuff, and Itachi already killed almost half of the villagers, and he's approaching a room where a bunch of stuff is, where Naruto and his gang could sneak in and to the Uchiha complex. And Itachi, seeing them, tries to kill them, which he did kill one of the kid. And Naruto, seeing this, burst into a blind rage with the one-tailed cloak coming out and stuff. And he then promptly tried to hold back Itachi, still in control somewhat, because it's only the one-tailed cloak, and telling them to warn the rest of people, and try to get as many people out as they can. And Itachi trying his best to combat the little brat, and he can't, because then the chakra is messing up his his eyes. And seeing that they just awoken him, he just awoken his Mangekyo, it's not perfect as yet. And Naruto is running circles around him, because then Naruto and his gang they did steal a few scrolls and on chakra controls and stuff like this. And Danzo already spilled the beans of Naruto being the tail beast and not being the host of the tail beast, but then his gang still supports and hang with him and stuff. So Naruto has been training for the past couple years, him and his crew. And after trying his best to hold off Itachi, of course he's not going to win the fight. He was just buying time so that his gang could get out as much survivors as possible. And Itachi, not wanting to kill Naruto, placed them in a room type genjutsu and explained everything to him, including what Hiruzen did, including what Danzo did, or who gave him the orders and stuff like this. So Naruto knows, and he tells him not to interfere no more, or no longer. And Naruto passed out with Itachi going to his house. And this is the stubborn part of Hiyashi, I think is his name. It's Hiyashi, right? Hiyashi Uchiha, or but anyway, Sasuke's father is still there, with having immense amount of pride, questions his son's and motive and stuff, and says that this is your choice, I'm not going to fight you, just get it over with. And he asked him just to promise not to hurt his mother or his brother at all, because then, you know, with this last stroke you will completely awaken the Mangekyo. But when Itachi opens his eyes, the Mangekyo is already present with his father, you know, just laying down his life and feeling proud of his son rather than feeling disappointed. He died with honor, and Itachi shed a tear. A few moments later, Danzo arrived, finding Naruto laying on the road, but you know, Danzo was wasn't expecting Hiruzen to arrive at the same time, with Danzo trying to give one of his subordinate orders to, you know, take Naruto and hide him away, but, you know, Hiruzen arrived in time to stop this from happening and stuff. So Danzo couldn't get as much eyes as he wanted for his, you know, grossed arm. That thing is fucking gross, though. I can't. I'm picturing it. Oh. But anyway, so he did get some, but then thanks to Naruto and his gang of misfit, they evacuated almost 40% of the villagers. Some of them not believing the kids of their reputation, but since the kids knew a few, you know, technique, they start just breaking stuff, like, you know, instead of, because then it took Naruto held Itachi for a good 30 minutes before he passed out, or before Itachi knocked him out and stuff. So we go on a couple time skip, and Naruto's awake with his crew surrounding him, and, you know, stuff. And, you know, he explained to the group what really happened and why did Itachi did what he did, and we all vowed to keep this a secret. And even though Itachi will be placed in the bingo books, we know the truth from, and, you know, then he'll be like, we are going to live up to, you know, Itachi's symbol. We'll protect the in village no matter what. And, you know, one of them stood up and be like, we should give ourselves a name, and you be the leader, Naruto, and stuff like this and stuff, and blah blah blah. And Naruto contemplated and stuff, and he turned around dramatically and just said, from now on, we'll be known as Yakuza. Anyway, this is where we'll be leaving off this one. I know it's very short. It's usually shorter than I usually do when I do a new What If, but I only had a few more minutes to do this because I have to go back to work, and my dad's being a prick today for some reason, baby, because it's fucking today of all days where something important is supposed to be happening. But anyways, go and check out the links down below. They all make wonderful What If, Six Masters, and Kid Zeus, just to name a few. But their links are all in the description. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just know that it will be very appreciated. And stuff. Whatever, stuff and stuff. So see you next time.
And now you better back down, 'cause I'm coming for you. 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 Coming sick of always living in the past. I'm sick of feeling like I just keep chasing, but that'll never be that fast. Just leave me alone, I'll do it on my own, and I will